let us say banking or insurance, or you're going to retail or a supply chain companies, or a manufacturing company, a car manufacturing company, or a retail company where you're selling products online, or or a insurance company or a government sector. So they use data intelligence, and they have data analytical system. Okay, why? Because they have lot of business group within the organization. Within the organization, there are different intelligence products, there are different applications, enterprise applications, and data are coming from different business groups here. Okay, there is a data silos within the organization. We call it as data silos. That means if you're working within the organization, there is a sales team, there is a marketing team, there is a finance team, there is a operations teams. So different teams has their own data. So if I have to do data intelligence, so if I'm going to do some intelligence, that can be a dashboard, that can be you are going to do some machine learning operations, or you are going to do some self-service analytics, or you are going to build a agentic AI applications, or you're going to build a bot. So you need data to be centralized, or you need to bring the data to governance, collect the data from different data silos. Okay, so from all this business group, I need to bring the data, then only I can do data analytics, because the sales data which is coming from sales team may have different informations. So I have to validate that, or I am getting finance data, I have to validate that. So I need to compare with consolidate. So I have to do different kind of validation verification in my enterprise. So companies use warehouse systems, like a data warehouse system. So they were using like different kind of warehouse systems, like on-premises, cloud warehouse systems, like there are like different warehouse systems like BigQuery, Redshift, Snowflake, right? So they are different warehouse systems. So in data warehouse system, what we do, we collect the data from data sources. So from different systems, we collect the data, we bring it to the data warehouse. So your analytics teams can use it. So why? So we collect the data from different system and we bring it to the centralized layer, and then we do analytics here. Why we are collecting data? Because in organizations, each of this data silos, they may have their own database, they may have their own storage systems, and they may have their own data. And you need to bring in organization wide data. So they may have department specific data or organization wide data. So you have to bring in separate organization wide data, then I can build data products from it. Okay, so in organizations, they are trying to build a organization wide data. So here they are collecting data from different sources. So in organization, there can be 100 plus sources. So you bring the data, you do ETL or you do ELT or you do streaming and collect the data, store it into data warehouse, and that data can be used for different purpose. It can be used for a dashboard, it can be used for reporting, it can be used for data science. So different operation from your data warehouse you can use. Okay, so Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehouse. It's a SaaS product which can be used as a data warehouse. That is known to us, and Snowflake is popular as a data warehouse system. And what data platform is? What is a modern data platform? Let us see that. Snowflake can be used as a unified platform. Okay, so you bring the data, you can bring semi-structured data, unstructured data, and then you can bring the data in different format, and you can store it into Snowflake, and you can use it for different purpose. Data engineering, you can use it for analytics, you can use for AI, you can use for data collaborations, data products. So you can build data mesh architecture, and it's not only you're going to do SQL, right? You can do Python, you can do Java on the Snowflake. You can do all the data related operations. So you can use Snowflake as a unified data platform, as a one integrated platform for your analytical purpose. So why company need different things? Because in the current scenario, in all the company, they have different kind of data products. So what are the data products? The data products can be dashboards or reports or key performance indicate KPIs, or it can be ML models, it can be decision making services, or it can be AI driven automated tasks or AI driven intelligent process or agents, bot. Okay, so in organization, there are different kind of data products. We are not only working on analytical system. Okay, so if you see 5 years back, or like a few years back, the core purpose of data warehouse was only for analytical system. I'm going to use dashboard. I'm going to do reporting. I can build a data model and use it for analytical purpose. But in the current scenario, you are going to do multiple things. You are going to build data products. You are going to use it for ML operations. You are going to use it for agentic AI. You are going to use it for chatbots. So in current scenario, the data are going to use for different consumers here. So you have different type of consumers. So we need a unified data platform for multiple use case. If I don't do it, then data duplication will happen. So I cannot duplicate the data multiple times and have it in multiple places. So it becomes difficult for organization to manage it, to govern the data. Okay, so that is the problem. So in organization, they are trying to maintain one unified platform. So they are going to collect the data from different sources and they're going to have one integrated platform. So it can be used for different purpose. Okay, so your Snowflake can be used as a one integrated platform, as a one platform for all the data solutions. Okay, so for data engineering, as a data lake or a data warehouse, or data science or data sharing operations. So it can run on any cloud, like it can run on GCP or AWS as well. Okay, so your Snowflake helps you to build data products. It helps you to build the data products. So in Snowflake, we can build different kind of data products. We can build dashboard related data products. So we can build a data mesh architecture on Snowflake. Okay, so we are going to collect the data from different business group, bring it to the centralized layer, and that data products we can use it for analytical process or different kind of machine learning or different kind of any operations. So we need a centralized data platform to handle different kind of scenarios. Okay, so Snowflake provides the capabilities and Snowflake has an intelligence where it can provide you all the necessary integrations and necessary components here. Okay, so we are going to use Snowflake as a data platform. Okay, so far we have discussed about Snowflake. So Snowflake has the data warehouse capability. So it can easily collect the data from different sources. You can use ETL to bring in the data and you can build data marts. You can do data modeling. So you can store the data here, structured data. So it's easier to store structured data in Snowflake, but semi-structured data, you can store it. JSON format data, you can store it. You can work on unstructured data like images, PDF. Okay, so using ML framework, you can collect the PDF data, you can collect the different kind of data. So you can use it for AI operations, you can use it for data products, different operations. Okay, so along with the structured data, you can use Snowflake for various kind of operations. You can collect data from data lake, you can access iceberg tables, you can access data from other cloud databases. You can bring in the data into Snowflake. Okay, so Snowflake plays a major role as a unified platform, and also Snowflake has the capability intelligent architecture. So Snowflake has intelligent architecture where I can build self-service analytics. Okay, so using the LLMs, using the current LLM models like OpenAI or Meta or different kind of like models, I can build chatbots, I can build agents easily in Snowflake. Okay, Snowflake has an intelligent architecture. So I can use Snowflake, I can build intelligent systems. Okay, so we have seen so far what is a data platform and how you can build in Snowflake a data platform. So let me go into, I'll log into Snowflake here. So you can see I have logged into Snowflake. So here I am using free trial version of Snowflake. So it's completely free. I can see my database. I can see my database. So I can see the structured data here. I can see the structured data here. I can also access like agents. Okay, I can create an assistant. I can create an assistant. I can do intelligence here. I can work on stage layer. Let me show the stage layer. I can create stages. I can work on different kind of operations here. I can create tables. I can work on the normal storage of structured data. I can store semi-structured data. I can store different type of files, PDF files in the stage. I can work on different kind of operation. So along with your structured data, you are going to maintain different type of data in Snowflake. Okay. So here I have a retail analytics DB. You can see I have a retail analytics DB. So I have a Snowflake intelligence. Using the intelligence, I can talk to my data models. Okay, so I can talk to my data models. So I can ask them like questions here. Okay, so I can do self-service analytics. I can talk, I can build an agent. I can quickly build an agent, assistant using Snowflake here. Okay, so Snowflake provides you different, not only as a data warehouse, it can be used for machine learning, it can be used for different purposes. Okay, so it is going to be acting as a intelligent data platform, unified data platform for your organization. Okay, so in the course, let us get into the syllabus. Let us get into the in the course what we are going to learn. Okay, before that, so we need to understand first in your organization, there are different storage layers. There are database, there are data warehouse, there are data mart and data lake. Okay, so you need to understand different layers. So you need to know what is OLTP, what is OLAP. So in OLAP system, what we do. So you need to understand all the basic thing. So we will start from basics. So in the course, we are going to start from basics. We are going to compare with OLTP and OLAP system. And we will see what are OLAP queries, how we can build OLAP queries, and what are our fact tables, dimension tables, how we can do dimensional modeling. So in the course, we will start from basics, and then we will see how we can build a data warehouse system, and then how you can build data marts. Then we will get into the advanced level. So we're going to start from basics, then we'll get into the advanced level. So we will do data engineering, we will do ingestion, we will do transformations. So we will do ingestion in multiple ways. So we will collect the data from different sources. Like data is coming in CSV, JSON format, data is from on-premises database, streaming data. So we are going to collect different data and we are going to store it into Snowflake. We are going to do ingestion using the Snowflake. And also we will combine with ETL tools here. We will use ETL tools and do the ingestion here. We will use tools like Fivetron, ADF, Airbyte, and Spark framework. So for ingestion is to collect the data. Okay, so I am going to collect the data. So in the enterprise, they look for you to understand different tools. So we are learning for ingestion. We are learning few tools. We are going to use here. We are going to learn Airbyte. We are going to use ADF or we are going to use PySpark. So if you are familiar about Python, then we will use PySpark. Or if you don't want to write code, you can go for Airbyte or ADF. So it's a no code. It's a UI based tools. You can use Airbyte or ADF. You can do the ingestion using tool here. So you have an option here. Either you can use the tool and do the ingestion, bring the data into data warehouse, or you can use code and then do the ingestion. So we are going to learn both how to use tools and do ingestion, how to use code and do ingestion. Both we'll see in the course. And we will learn about loading structured data, semi-structured data. Unstructured data, we will not see it deeper because it's part of machine learning operations. We will learn about structured data, semi-structured data, doing ingestion, transformations. So we are going to use ingestion transformations. So ingestion, we are going to learn with the tools like Airbyte and ADF. And for transformation, we will use DBT. The transformation, we can use SQL. We can use DBT or Snowspark. Okay, so we have multiple options for transformation. We are going to use tools for doing the transformation here. And we are going to learn the different tools. Okay, so we are going to do ingestion. We are going to do transformation. And we are going to do consumption. And we are going to work on the different layers here. So we are going to work on the data platform on the different layers. So we'll understand how we can do data sharing, how we can do data governance. Okay, so in the consumption layer, we are going to learn about how we can do delivery. So we are going to work on ingestion, transformations, and delivery. Okay, so we are going to see how we can bring the data from other systems into Snowflake and do transformation within Snowflake by using SQL or by using stored procedures or by using DBT or by using Snowspark. So different way of transformation and different way of delivery here. sharing your data sharing, like working on data products, governance. We will use different kind of delivery systems here. So we are going to learn all this thing in the course. Okay, so now let us come to the syllabus. So I'll open the syllabus. You can see the syllabus here. So we are going to start from basics, introduction to data warehouse. So we are learning the main feature first, the Snowflake data warehouse feature first, then slowly getting into advanced level. Okay, so here we are going to start with data warehouse, OLTP, OLAP, learning about basics of Snowflake like architecture, micro partitioning, warehouse, creating database, creating users, roles, groups, basic thing on Snowflake. Then we are starting into cloud integration. We are getting into AWS integration. It's like creating a stage and then loading bulk data, loading data in CSV format, JSON format, Parquet data. So we are learning cloud integrations, and then we are working on bulk loading of data. Then we are looking into data sharing, governance, time travel, cloning. So all the basic features in Snowflake. Then we are starting with orchestration using Airflow. So Airflow creating dApps, working on data pipelines, doing transformations using SQL. So we are working on the dApps, and we are working on Airflow and AWS integration, handling different type of semi-structured data, structured data. And also we are doing transformation using SQL, Snowspark, and DBT. So we are doing transformation in different ways. We are learning ingestion, orchestration, transformation using different ways. So for transformation, we are learning Snowspark, SQL, DBT, and for we are working on the project, real-time project. We are working on an enterprise project, and we are doing ingestion here. For ingestion, we are going to use Airbyte or ADF, UI-based ingestion. So, or we will use code-based ingestion using PySpark and Glue. So, we are going to learn real-world project. So, we are going to work on ingestion, orchestration, okay, and then transformations using real-world project. So, we are going to take an enterprise project and work on that. So, we are going to look into GitHub integrations and delivery cycle here and focus on delivery here. And also, we are going to look into streaming, working on streaming projects, performance tuning and optimization. So this is how we are the course will be covered. So it's a 2 months course, 2.5 months course. We'll be covering two projects. So if I go to the architecture of the first project, so we'll be doing two projects here. The first project, okay, the first project we are going to implement a multi-hop architecture where we are going to collect the data, bring it into the Snowflake, build the data model. So we will create our own data model. We will do a dimensional modeling and create our data model, and we will do ingestion using Airbyte or ADF, and we will do transformation using DBT, SQL, and store the data into Snowflake, and we are going to do consumption here. So we are going to build a multi-hop medallion architecture on Snowflake. So we are going to do multiple kind of ingestion, transformation, delivery for an enterprise system. So we are going to build a data platform, and we will see different use cases. Okay, so that is the first project. We are going to cover the data warehousing use case, data sharing use cases, and enterprise data platform use case. So the first project. And the second project, we are going to work on a streaming use case, bringing the data in a streaming fashion into Snowflake. We are going to store the data into Snowflake here and then do streaming pipeline using streams and tasks. And also, we will use Cortex Analyst. I will build agents. We will build an agent here. That means we will build a semantic model here. So here, with this second project, we will build a semantic model and we will build an agent and we'll do self-service analytics. Okay, so we are going to build a self-service analytics here. So here, if you see here, so I can see an agent. So the retail agent can talk to my retail model, the database model, and I can ask questions here. It can do assistance here. It can also do self-service analytics. It can execute actions. Along with the chat, it can use my LLMs and do decision making and perform actions. So I can build an agent here. So we will see here how to build a semantic model and how you can build an agent here. We will see in the second project. So we are going to do two projects. One, we are going to build a data platform, working on a data platform on enterprise use case. Another is a streaming solutions, and we'll work on semantic model, building an agent, working on an agentic scenario here. Okay, so this is what we are going to do in the projects. So this is a syllabus. So we are going to start from basics and slowly get into the advanced level. We are starting from Snowflake basics, understanding the basic things, and getting into the advanced level. So let me go and search for a job opening. Let us see what is the requirement. So we can search for a Snowflake developer jobs, okay, or a Snowflake data engineer jobs. Okay, so I can search for a region in Bangalore or US or UK. So we will see the requirements here. So in real world for a data engineer, so what is the requirement they have? So we can see here. So they are asking you, so you should have understanding about building ETL, doing ETL on the data warehouse system. So you should have experience on DBT. You can see the experience on DBT, Airflow, PySpark experience. So you can see here, working on data warehousing concepts, different kind of fact tables, different kind of data models, working on like store procedures, triggers. So we are trying to cover most of the thing. So 80 to 90% of this requirement we are covering in this course. Let me go for another job. Okay, so let me go for another job. So I think my network got disconnected. So let us see for another job. So you can see the requirements here. So they are asking you about working on ETL tools like ADF. So you need to have ADF knowledge. You need to work on ETLT systems, working on DBT. Okay, so you can see the openings. So where they are looking for. So our course syllabus is matching with the current requirement. So you can see another one here. I'm searching for another profile. So building a data pipeline with Snowspark, SQL, Python, and using like a Snowflake, doing data transformation, data modeling, optimizations. Okay, so our the syllabus is we are trying to cover the real world current trend here. We are trying to cover 80 to 90% of the current openings in the job market. Okay, so we are trying to cover most of the important one in the Snowflake here. Okay, so now we have covered the all the one. So let us, so we will see where we can learn. So where which platform we are going to learn. So we are going to learn, we are going to create a trial account. Okay, so you need to create a cloud account and you will create a trial Snowflake account. So you will create a 6-month AWS account, free trial account, and you will use cloud account, and you will create a free tier account, and you can use Snowflake. So you are not going to pay for any products. You are going to use free tier of Snowflake and then free tier of AWS and use it. Okay, so that is where we are going to use. And if you are someone from SQL background, so if you are someone from SQL background, you can easily learn Snowflake because we are learning here. We are doing most of the thing using SQL. So we are doing everything as SQL here. So if you are from SQL background, so if you are from database background, you can easily learn Snowflake. So we will use some Python some basic level of Python, which you can learn it easily. So we will use Python. We are not going to write complex code. We may write some simple code, which we'll write scripts. We are not going to modify it very frequently, but we are going to write a lot of SQLs. For transformation, we'll write SQLs. For data modeling, we'll write SQL. For creation of objects, we'll use SQL. So can if you have any questions now, so you can share, you can ask the questions now. So we have covered, so why modern data platform? So we have covered like in the course, what tool we are going to learn. So we are going to learn Snowflake, we are going to learn, like we are going to use one cloud. We will use for ingestion, we will use ADF, we will use either ADF or Airbyte. And for transformation, we'll use DBT, SQL transformation, orchestration, we'll use Airflow. So we are going to use this tool. And if you are familiar with SQL, if you have basic knowledge in SQL, then you can join this course. And I have shown the course syllabus and the project. Okay, so any questions from anyone? You can ask the questions here. So ADF, I see a questions here, few questions. ADF is included in the course. So we will see ADF basics, not into detail. We are going to see ADF specific to Snowflake here. So ADF, how to load data from SQL Server to Snowflake, how you can do orchestration with for Snowflake, how we can do orchestration with ADF. Okay, so we have a separate course for ADF. If you want to learn ADF in detail, you should go for the separate Azure data engineering course. Here, we are going to learn only with specific to Snowflake, how we can use ADF for ingestion. So in ADF, you can do ingestion, you can do ETL, you can use it for ELT also. We are going to use it for ELT, for the ELT scenario. So we are going to learn only the ingestion part using ADF. Okay, so where we will do data migration, we will bring the data from SQL Server, load it into Snowflake, or we will bring the data from MySQL, load it into Snowflake. So that is how we are going to do. So you need to have Azure account, so you can work on the basic things here. Okay, so let me also bring the course, previous completed courses here. So let me share the. So you can see that the course, this is how the course is this is the learning portal where we share the recording after completion of section. After live session, we will share the course content. So you can see the recording here. You can see the recording here, and we will share the code. Okay, we'll share the code and then scripts here. Everything will be shown here. And you can see the projects here. Class 11th, we have started with the projects where we are looking into the enterprise projects. Okay, so this is how day by day we will work on from basics. We'll get into the advanced level. So the live classes, you can attend the live classes and the recording will be provided. If you can access from the learning portal. Okay, any questions from anyone?
Hi, Will. So, can I ask a question?
Yeah. What?
Okay, I could see like a store procedures, okay, and other things are asked in Snowflake requirement, data engineering role.
Yeah.
Now, at what level, okay, expertise is required and what is covered here?
So if you have basic knowledge, you can easily learn. So here we are going to cover store procedure also. We will use store procedure. When we are working on the projects, we will learn basics and then we will get into the project. So we are going to implement real world projects and learn. Okay, so we will learn some real world use cases and we will learn by implementing. That is how we are going to learn. We are not going to learn syntax, right? Syntax by syntax or learning the line by line. We are not going to do that. So we are going to work on real world use case. So the training is going to be like an enterprise way in the organization, how we do training, right? So we make developers to be ready by few weeks. Okay, so how we do training? So we take some real world use case and then we tell them how to implement that. We tell them the important code, and we work with them, we help them. So that is how we try. So we make you get into the speed faster. So we don't do line by line code. Yeah, we don't share syntax, all this thing we don't do. So we are going to learn the implementation. So we will start with basics, but we will get into the advanced level faster.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. One last question is, see, I'm based out of UK. Now
Okay.
here, I spoke to my friend. Okay, he is into Snowflake for a while, and he says like the platform engineer role, okay, in Snowflake dominates more or opportunities more than a developer or a data engineer. I was not sure and then convinced on it.
So you are asking that whether the
Yeah,
demand for Snowflake is
Snowflake
increasing or
platform
not.
engineer, how that is different and what exactly they do, or how I
So,
can
like
scale
if you
up
are a
to.
SQL developer, you will work only on the SQL, right? So you are going to create tables, store the data into the table. That is what you are going to do, right? But Snowflake as a platform has multiple things here. So they look for you to learn multiple things. So they want you to integrate with the cloud, use tools here, work on the ingestion, like use different objects here. Not only your structured data, right? You have to work on different things. So
Yeah,
they want you to work on as a platform. They want you to work on the multiple layers. That is the expectation. So that if you are only a SQL guy, you will work only on the tables, working on only the storage systems. But if you are going to work on the platform level, you may work on the different integrations, working with different type of data consumers. You may work with a machine learning team, AI team. You may work with dashboard reporting team. So that's why they are asking you to have a platform experience, then SQL experience.
okay, yeah, got it. Thank you.
So,
So
Velmurugan, can I ask a
yeah,
question here? So,
yeah, go ahead.
would there be an assignment wherein the compute won't be provisioned in the cloud, but it can be a cluster which has been set up using Kubernetes? So if I have Kubernetes on my local machine, I have Docker on my local machine, and if I want to leverage the
No,
compute
Snowflake completely works on cloud. So Snowflake
cloud,
is
I
installed
agree.
top of cloud. Yeah.
Agree. So let us say that I provision a cluster which has been orchestrated by K8. So would that be covered as part of this course,
No,
or
it
it
will
is
not be covered.
purely
It will not be covered.
so this orchestration by K8 to enhance or to perform the computations won't be a part of this?
No, it will not be covered. So here we will create warehouse. We will learn about warehouse. It's a general thing, right? So that is what we are going to. We are not going to use
So
Kubernetes, or we are
warehouse
not
is
going to customize
basically
the warehouse.
agreed. Warehouse is basically the compute provision into a particular region of cloud, right?
Yeah.
And this warehouse, so this compute won't be created using K8 as part of the course, right? But if we want to understand how to do it, would you be able to help us with that, or
I can explain it. I can explain it, but I cannot implement and show it because it requires enterprise license, and it
agreed?
requires lot more integration things than the trial version, right? So we cannot implement it because we it doesn't have a Kubernetes environment or the enterprise license for Snowflake. We are going to use free tier one, so we have less resources here, so we cannot implement. But I can explain you how it is done. All this thing I explain.
Sure, sure. Thanks for Morgan.
Okay. So any questions from you?
So is ADF also included in this course?
Can you repeat it? What is the question?
I was saying, is the ADF Azure Data Factory also part of this course, or we need to?
ADF, we are going to
Yeah.
use ADF. So here in the Snowflake, we are going to do ELT. Okay, we are going to extract and load it and then transform within the Snowflake. So for the extraction and loading, we can use tools here, different tools. We are going to use ADF for the ingestion. Okay, so for the ingestion, what is required, we are going to learn in the ADF. Not complete, right? ADF is a tool where we can do ETL, we can do ELT, you can do orchestration, you can do multiple things in ADF. So our focus in the course is not to completely learn ADF, right? So we are going to learn basic about ADF, and then we will get directly into how we can integrate with Snowflake, how we can bring data into Snowflake. So for example, I have a MySQL server. From MySQL, how I can bring the data into Snowflake, or I want to run multiple scripts, orchestrate with ADF. That is what we are going to learn. We are not going to learn completely ADF yet. So to learn completely ADF, we have a different course. We have Azure Data Engineering where we teach ADF and then Databricks, everything. There you can learn completely about ADF. Here we are integrating with Snowflake and we are doing only ingestion using ADF.
And is there any certification preparation also covered? Like we have some certifications for Snowflake, right? Like Snow Pro and
Yeah. So part of this course, we are going to cover we will be sharing some mock questions like part of Snow Pro certifications, and we will help you to like all these syllabus. We are covering all the major topics. So and then we'll give you some dumps, and then we will tell you what are the topics, important topic you have to prepare for Snow Pro certification. It will be covered in the course.
okay, thank you.
So I see a question, few questions. So I see, will you send the slides for the course? So once you join the course, the slides will be shared. The slides will be shared part of the learning portal. You can access all the contents. And I see another question like, so basic SQL knowledge is required. So you need to have basic knowledge in SQL. That is enough. So what is the role of AWS here? How far you are covering AWS? So here, Snowflake is a cloud dependent data warehouse. Okay, so Snowflake runs on cloud. So you need any cloud to run Snowflake here. So it can run on AWS, it can run on Azure. So when you are going to work on doing some integration, that means I want to do some emails, I may use SNS, or I want to do some alerting, I'll use SNS, or I want to do some ingestion. I want to bring the data into data lake, integrate with my data lake. I can use AWS as a data lake here. Okay, so I can use AWS. So we will learn some basics. What is IAM? How we can use S3 or how we can use ADLS. Okay, so with Snowflake, Snowflake can run it on AWS or GCP or Azure here. So Snowflake, you can run it on any platform. So in the course, we are going to learn some basics about AWS. We will not cover in detail about AWS. So if you want detail about AWS, we have a different course, AWS Data Engineering, where we cover about AWS data. So here, we will cover a little bit on IAM, we will cover a little bit on S3, specific to Snowflake for the staging layer, how we can create a stage, how we can bring CSV data, do unloading and unloading with Snowflake. So integrating with Snowflake from data lake, how we can bring data to data warehouse, how we can unload data to data warehouse. That is what we're going to learn in the course. Okay, so other general details, Abhishek will explain about the job market, other things. Abhishek will explain about duration of the course. Okay, thanks everyone. Abhishek, you can take it over.
Just one question, Will Morgan.
Yeah.
So when we opt for the free trial edition of Snowflake, are we bounded by any credits?
Yeah, you have $400 credit and you have like a limited days. So you will have you can create another account and start using it after that. But
You
you
mean
should
to
have
say
the
30
assets.
days?
You
30
should have
days,
the
right?
assets, everything in your local, so you can easily move into new account and use it.
Understood. So help me understand one question over here. So
Yeah.
when, as part of the assignments, which would be, or as part of our exploration, after we learn any theory or any, we watch any video as part of your learning, if we try to bring across a large data set, or if we try to run query which consumes a lot of compute or utilizes a lot of IO operations, then the
Okay.
credits would be the credit would lapse very quickly. And in that case, like, what would be your take on that? Like,
So with Snowflake is meant for processing large amount of data. Okay, so they provide you can see here, they provide you, I'm sharing my screen here. So where you can see sample data, right? So where they have TPCH data, where they are providing you billions of data for you to play, to work on the data sets. Okay, so when I'm going to use this data set, I can do performance tuning, I can do analysis, lot of analysis. So your credits will be used. So in that scenario, either you have to, like after your credits are used, you have to create a new account and use it. That is the only option we have. So we cannot like go for license one, right? So either you have to do is, so we either we are going to use lot of assets. So we are going to use lot of existing data. So we will have some limits already. So normally we have $400 credits and you will have 120 days here, which is like sufficient for you for 1 month or even 2 months. Okay, so this credit is sufficient for you to execute a large data. I can see here I have 1.5 billion data. So I sometimes show this demo on 1.5 billion data. So I run it and I show you. So we have in warehouse, by default you get suspended. After running things, your warehouse gets suspended. Here you are going to create a small warehouse or you are going to create a large warehouse. So your credits will not be used immediately. So you are going to create small warehouse and work on that. And later, when you're going to work on testing some large warehouse, that time you need to create multiple accounts, use multiple accounts so that you can test on the larger data set.
Follow-up question on that, Velmurugan. So
Yeah.
with this free trial account on Snowflake, we won't have that privilege to spawn more than one clusters, correct?
Yeah.
And therefore, the essence of scaling won't be
No, if you
experienced.
want to understand a lot of enterprise use case, right? Then you have to upgrade to a enterprise product, right? So
Agreed.
if you want,
I'm just trying to
yeah.
get into
In free
like
trial, we have a limitations. They will give you a lot
agreed,
of things. They are not going to give you the full feature, right? So if you want to understand
agreed.
a lot of in-depth details, then you have to get a license one. Then only you can work on the scalability, like a lot of things on the enterprise use cases.
That works fine. And last but not the least, so you must have linked a cloud service provider with the free trial account you are using. So which cloud
Yeah,
service provider
we
you
can
are
use
using?
both AWS and Azure. So here we have linked both. We will use AWS and Azure both.
Okay, and the AWS is your personal account which you are using, right?
Yeah. AWS is my personal account. Azure also is my personal account.
Understood. Fine. Thanks, Valmurugan. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Vale, for explaining the course curriculum and also answering all the question. Now let me share my screen. All right. So as Vale has already shown you guys that like we are basically trying to cover um, all the topics which is being asked in 90 to 80 to 90% of the job. That is what we are trying to cover as a part of a course curriculum, so that you basically learn the skill set which is required for you to get the job quickly, right? And then the course duration is 2 months, right? And in this particular 2 months, you are doing two projects which will basically give you a understanding that how the project work in real world job, and then you can also replicate those projects. We will give you some scenario based question which you can also practice, which will enhance your knowledge once you go through this, right? We are basically trying to replicate a corporate based training. So in corporate as well, when you join, suppose Mu Sigma or Infosys, they basically train you for a project itself. So here we are trying to replicate the same thing. We are trying to provide the projects which is enough for you to get the job done when you actually get a project in the company, and that is also enough for that is also enough for you to crack the interview, right? And all the training program basically follow the same structure. Like you can open any training program which we offer, be it Azure, be it AWS, be it Snowflake. All the training program which we offer follow the same curriculum. That first we go through the first we basically go through the certain topics, right? So first we'll give you the problem statement, and then class by class we will start building the project. And then after 10 classes are done, one project is completed. Then after class by class, we'll again start building the project. And after certain classes are done, we will again do a project. And all of these classes are 2 to 3 hours of class, right? So like after 17th class, you will be able to complete the projects, right? And each and every class is 2 to 2.5 hours of class over here. And then after all the classes are done, we will basically take your feedback. We will give you the resume. We'll give you the project description. We will give you the interview based preparation. We will give you like what are the scenario based question which can be asked, right? So we will give you all of those details so that you are fully prepared. So this is about the like Snowflake, but each and every course curriculum follow the same structure in general, right? um, yeah, give me a moment. It's like 1 second. Now, if I open any other program, for example, like if I open the some other program over here, like suppose if I open this particular training program, here also it's the same path, right? So class by class we build project. After certain classes are done, one project we are showing you, and then class by class we are again building project. Class by class we are again building project, and after certain classes are done, we will also show you the end-to-end project, right? And then we will give the scenario based question. We will tell you how to introduce yourself, how to introduce the project in the interview. Then we'll give you the interview question. Then we'll give you this topic wise interview question, company wise interview question. And all of this interview question is either we are preparing for the interview and then we prepare those interview question, or our students went for the interview and then they are sending us the interview question, right? So all of this interview question is not like chat gpt fied interview question, because if you go to chat gpt, if you type interview question, you can get the interview question, but it's more on the interview question which we came across during the interview, so that we are giving you the precise interview question which can be asked. Okay. All right, so this is about the course curriculum and the training program in general, right? So now let me summarize everything for you so that everything is clear for everyone. Give me a moment, I will share my screen again. All right, so let me summarize everything for you so that everything is clear for you, right? So in this particular Snowflake bootcamp or Snowflake course curriculum which we are providing, here you will be learning about Snowflake, Airflow, Glue, ADF, DBT. You will be doing 2 projects in 2 months duration of time. After the course, you can do SnowPro core certificate, right? And then you can clear the exam. We will provide you the dumps for that. Who can do this? The people who has a basic knowledge about SQL can do this particular course curriculum, right? You can expect up to 20 LPA package from this particular course curriculum, right? And this particular course curriculum will start from 30th of January, right? So this particular course curriculum will start from 30th of January 2026. Okay. All right, give me a moment, I think. Okay, and then like suppose if you are looking for a integrated program, suppose if somebody says that Abhishek, I am already earning 20 LP and I want a integrated program. In that particular case, you can also integrate a Snowflake course with a AWS program, or you can also integrate a Snowflake course with Azure program, right? Suppose somebody says that Abhishek, I am expecting more than 20 LPA or 25 LPA, and I am a experienced guy. I do have like 7 to 8 years of experience, right? And then my expectation is more. So in that case, what you can do, you can learn Snowflake curriculum, which will enhance your Snowflake knowledge, and also you can enhance your knowledge in one of the cloud, right? Either AWS cloud or a Azure cloud, right? So you can again, like after 2 months course curriculum of Snowflake is finished, you can learn either a Azure data engineering or you can learn a AWS data engineering. So in Snowflake course, uh, we will teach you in Snowflake course, we will teach you like Airflow, DBT, right? And then we will also teach you Glue. But in AWS course, you will learn a Glue in more detailed manner, right? And then this course will go for 4 months instead of going for 2 months, right? And you can expect like more than 30 LPA after you do this course, right? So which is more than 20 LPA if you're expecting, you can go for a Snowflake plus AWS course. Similarly, if you want to do a Azure program, then you can also integrate a Snowflake course with the Azure program, and you can also learn Azure ADF in a much more detailed manner, because few of the students were asking that, hey, ADF is covered. So suppose if you want to learn ADF in much more detailed manner, you can like enroll for a Snowflake plus Azure course, which will go for another 2 months, right? And then basic knowledge about SQL is required for this. You can expect more than 20 LPA package for this, right? So all of that you can do. And then the course is starting from 30th of January, right? So now this is a comparison. So anybody like who has expectation till 20 LPA can do a Snowflake curriculum, right? And you will learn about Snowflake, Airflow, Glue, DBT, ADF. And then in an integrated program, you can again either learn AWS in much more detailed manner, or you can learn Azure in much more detailed manner. And this course will go for 4 months, right? So basic knowledge about SQL is required for each of the course curriculum, right? And if your expectation is till 20 LP, you can do the Snowflake course. But if you are looking for an integrated program, you can either go for an AWS course or a Azure course, right? That you can do. And each one of the course is starting from 30th of January. I think this is a old date, right? So each one of the courses starting from 30th of January, and then timing would be 7:30 p.m. IST. That would be the timing, right? Okay. So, all right, guys. So just to summarize, the people who are like looking for an experience of 3 years, and then like looking up to 20 LPA package can go for a Snowflake course. But if somebody who is experienced and then looking for more than 20 LPA can go for an integrated program, so they can either go for Snowflake plus AWS training program, or they can go for Snowflake plus Azure training program, right? And you can check out all the training program from the website. So if you go to the website, you can check out all the training program, right? So if I go to the website over here, you will see a integrated program of like Snowflake plus Azure data engineering, or you can also see a Snowflake plus AWS data engineering training program. That also you can check out from the website, right? Okay.
So, hi Abhishek. So, in order to get this, it is like a subscription base, or it is separated for all the courses, the fee
Uh,
curriculum.
Sorry, come again.
No, I'm asking you like the fee structure is separate for
Yeah, it's a
each.
separate. I will describe you now. Yes. So I will
Okay.
describe you now. So each of the course, right? Snowflake course and like your uh, Snowflake course and then AWS course and also the Azure course has a separate like prices, but if you club the course, you can get the course in a discounted price, which I will tell you now. So in the today's demo, we are giving an offer that hey, if you're looking for a Snowflake course, the original price of the course is 20,000 rupees. But in today's demo, you can get the course into 17,000 rupees, right? If you just want a Snowflake training program and you need to pay 10,000 rupees now and rest after the batch starts. And then the timing of the course, it is start from 30th of January, and then timing of the course is 7:30 p.m. IST, right? So this timing I need to update. 30th of January, 7:30 p.m. IST. And then similarly for the recording, the price is like if you want a recording of the course, not a live program, then the price is 8,000 triple nine. But in the today's demo, we are giving it 7,000 triple nine. That is the today's demo price, right? Now, if somebody says that Abhishek, I want an integrated program, in that case, you can club the Snowflake with AWS training program. So the original price becomes 20 plus 20, which is 40,000 rupees. But you can get it in 30,000 rupees. You need to pay 20,000 rupees now, rest 10,000 rupees after the batch starts, right? Which is on 30th of January. Similarly, if you want to integrate a Snowflake course with Azure training program, as for Azure data engineering, we separately charge 20,000 rupees. But in today's demo, you can club both of the courses and you can get the course in 30,000 rupees. You need to pay 20,000 rupees now, rest after the batch starts. And all of these courses comes with a 7-day refund policy. So once the batch starts, you can get a refund in 7 days if you're not satisfied with the training. And all of these courses, which also comes with the price match policy as well. Okay. All right, and then we take only 15 to 20 students for the batch, right? So if you're interested, you can use the link over here and then enroll for the course. And then this offer is valid till today 11:59 p.m. IST, and after this the offer will expire. So let me send you the link in the chat, and then you guys can use the link to register for the course. And if you have any course regarding the course curriculum in general, you can ask me now. Give me a moment. Anybody has any question regarding the course curriculum in general?
Like Abhishek, does it work only on weekends or weekdays also?
The course timing is like course timing is 7:30 p.m. IST only on weekdays, not on weekends.
Okay, like may I know the complete schedule like on weekend, like do you cover on weekends and weekdays or only you cover?
Let me write it so that it's clear for you.
Yeah.
So we have this Snowflake data engineering program, which is live, and it goes on 7:30 p.m. IST. It starts from 30th of Jan, right? And then class will happen on weekdays only, not on Wednesday. Only one day will be off, right? So weekends only, like weekdays only, not on Wednesday and weekend. Not on Wednesday and weekend. Okay, so that will be the schedule of the course. Okay.
So we can expect a duration of 2 hours, like if the class
Uh,
starts at 7:30 p.m.
so yeah, so the class will be for 1 hour every day. So 4 days, every day the class will happen. Okay. 4 days approximate time, but it extends to half an hour more. You can say that. Okay. Now the people who are like experienced, we suggest them either they can integrate a Snowflake with AWS or they can also integrate Snowflake with Azure as they want, right? In Snowflake course, we also teach you like Glue, ADF, but if you want to learn in detail, you can learn like you can integrate a Snowflake with either AWS or you can also integrate Snowflake with Azure. That also you can do. Okay. All right. Anybody has any question regarding anything, guys? You guys can ask me now if you have any question.
So Abhishek, I have joined late, a little bit late, so I have missed the course curriculum structure, what was explained so far. So can I get the recording so that I make a decision based on that?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can get the recording. You can ping me your number and I can send you the recording.
Sure, sure. Can you ping the number of you?
All right, guys. Anybody has any question?
So in integrated course, with the Snowflake in that Azure, what will cover?
Yeah, so let me describe you this. So in integrated Snowflake with Azure course, you can get the syllabus from the website. So let me go to the website and also download the syllabus, and then we will go through the syllabus. You want to understand about Azure, right? Prav? Like integrated program of
Yeah,
Snowflake with
first we are first we will go for Azure data engineering and we will go for Snowflake in that one,
we will
or
first go
how
with
it is.
Snowflake and then we
We
will go with Azure after that.
okay.
And then like Vail Murugan will be teaching you Snowflake data engineering, right? And I will be teaching you Azure data engineering, right? So the course curriculum of Snowflake is same, right? So which you will learn for 2 months, and after that you can learn Azure data engineering program, which will go for 2 months. Here we will be teaching you Azure fundamental, like how to get a subscription, what is blob storage, what is data lake storage. Then we will teach you about ADF in general, right? So what is copy data activity, how to iterate a loop, how to do a data migration, what are the different like steps you need to follow while doing a data migration, how to do a full load, how to do a delta load. And then we will also give you a brief about Databricks, not in detail, but we will give you a brief about Databricks. And then we will give you we will tell you about different services, like how to store a credential in Key Vault, then how to do a logging, how to set up a triggers in ADF. Then we will give you a brief about Synapse and Fabric. And we will do 3 projects in this. One is ADF centric project, a basic mini project about Databricks so that you understand Databricks as well, basics. And then we will do a project about Synapse as well. So these are the 3 projects will be covered in the Azure Data Engineering Training Program, and this will go for 2 months. If you want to do Azure Data Engineering Program first, and then if you want to do a Snowflake training program, that is also fine with us. But like we recommend that, yeah, you go with Snowflake and then you go with Azure. But if you want to do other way around, that is also fine. Both courses mutually exclusive. Both course can be done individually as well without any problem. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anybody has any question, guys? Yes. Snowflake plus AWS is 4 months, guys. Hmm. All right. Anybody has any question, guys, which I can answer? So after the masterclass is finished, you have like 3 to 4 hours to pay. Yeah, somebody's asking me how much time I have to pay. So you have 3 to 4 hours to pay. Okay, guys. So anybody has any question? You can ask me now if you have any question. Okay, guys, if you don't have any question, right? So I shared the link in the chat. This particular offer is valid till today, 11:59 p.m. IST. You can use the link to pay for the course, right? If you're interested, right? And then we are taking only 15 students, 15 to 20 students for the batch, right? So go ahead and register for the course. And if you have any question regarding the course curriculum in general, you can also ping me on WhatsApp. I'm pinging my WhatsApp number in the chat, and you can also ping me on WhatsApp. Give me a moment. All right, guys. So once you pay, like Teres, we will basically reach out to you directly, so you don't need to worry about it. Because in the payment link, you will be entering the email ID and phone number, and we will be reaching out to you for this. And you will also get the billing then and there, okay? All right, guys. Anybody has any question which I can answer? Okay, guys. So thank you so much for attending the masterclass, right? If you are enrolling for the course, see you around. Thank you so much, guys. Bye. I would like to have a slides for the topics. Yes, so slides will be given to you. Um, yes, slides will be given to you for the course. Yes, yes. So slides will be given to you. All right, guys. Anybody has any question? Will you be taking the live interview at the end of the course? Yes, I will be taking the live interview at the end of the course. So the mock interview is also given at end of the course. So we will train you. We will basically teach you two projects. We will help you to write the project in your resume, and then also we will be taking a mock interview so that everything is clear for you. Okay. All right. Anybody has any question, guys? I can answer those questions if you have any. All right, guys. See you around. Thank you so much. Bye.